Okay, manufacturing kids, here we go. We're going to go ahead and get started to learn how to use Google SketchUp. Some of you may already know how to do that, but I'm not sure who does and who doesn't, so we're all going to go ahead and do this. We're going to go to the Waffle, and once you're in the Waffle, you can scroll down. Let me move me out of the way until you find SketchUp for Schools, and go ahead and click on that, and you'll see that we get this throbbing or growing and collapsing building. Um, so I'm just going to wait till that gets done. Yours may take a while also, but once it finally opens up, we'll be ready to go. Pause while we're waiting. Okay, so here we go. I'm back. And you can see once it opens up, it'll look like this. And what I'm going to have us do is go ahead and go here to where it says Create New. And whenever we go Create New, we are going to go feet and inches. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And that brings us to this screen here. And I'm going to move me down here. And this is our tool palette of the different things we can do. Hopefully we'll learn a little bit about that as we do this first thing. So what we're going to do is I have got this 3D puzzle here that students are going to be making in manufacturing. And obviously, if you're a distance learner, you're not going to be able to do that, but at least we can get something done with it here on Google SketchUp. So the first piece that we're going to make looks like this. And as you can see, it is 5 inches this way. All the pieces are 5 inches. All the pieces are 1¼ inches high, and all of them are, or I don't know what I said, 1¼ inches high and 1¼ inches deep. So we're going to go ahead and just make this piece here, and I'll teach you a little bit of this stuff you need to know. So the first thing is, here in the middle of our screen is this guy that I call him Yahoo. And we're going to go ahead and get rid of him. So I'm going to click on him and just hit backspace. And now what we're going to do is start with making a rectangle. So I'm going to click here, and as you can see, there's all kinds of different things we can do. But we're going to do a rectangle. I'm going to put the tip of my pencil right here on the origin, and I'm going to start dragging this way. Now, don't click a second time. Oh, if I didn't say that before, don't click a second time. And if you did click a second time, you can just go here to the back arrow, and then you can start over with a new rectangle. So right underneath where you see my finger pointing is where we can enter the dimensions that we want. So I want this to be 5 inches long, so I'm going to type a 5 and then put a comma, and it needs to be 1¼ so 1.25 in its depth. And I'll go ahead and push enter, and you're going to see this rectangle is going to get very small. And there you go. See, it's very, very tiny over there. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use a different tool now. And I have to move this tool palette. I don't know if I can or not. Oh, hide tools. I know if I hide my tools, then I never know how to get them back. So maybe somebody can figure that out, but I got to hide them. So here is this bottom command here where we can do different things. One of the things we can do is orbit. So that would be, I can do things like this, turn it. You can't really see it too well without it being enlarged a little. Another thing we can do is we can zoom, and to zoom we just go ahead and um, have our magnifying glass, and we can press and drag. Oh, come on now. It's not wanting to do it for me. Let's try it again. Maybe it's because it's not big enough yet. So I'm going to go ahead and do, you can do a this here, which is called Zoom Extends. So if I click on that, it's going to get very big, like so. Okay, now if we go back here, I click on that, and now I can do Orbit, and you can see how that Orbit tool works. Now, this is a little bit larger than I want, so again, I'm going to go over here, and I am going to go to this Zoom tool, and now if I go up with it, it makes it larger, or I can just move it straight down. So like you want to move the magnifying glass up and down. Okay, so I've now got it. I'm going to bring it out a little bit further. And now what I'm going to do is we are going to pan it, which means we can move it. So I'm going to just move it over to here, orbit it just a little bit more. So it's about like so. And then now I am going to go ahead and add the third dimension. To do that, we go here to this tool. It's called the push-pull. We click on that. I'm going to go here on the surface. We're going to pull that up. Again, underneath my finger there is where we can enter the dimensions. And it needs to be 1.25. And hit enter. And that is the piece that we need. So now I'm going to go up here to save. And we are going to call this piece, I'm going to call it, oops, let me go ahead and backspace this. We'll call this 3D Puzzle Piece 1. Oops, I always like to capitalize each word. Piece 1. I'm going to go ahead and say OK. Now a folder is it's going to come up and ask me where I want to put it. And we just made the manufacturing Google SketchUp folder, so I'm going to go ahead and select that and then hit select. And it should put it in there. So that's it for this video. I'll see you on the next piece.